I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, American Made, another Tom Cruise movie. That's what I thought too. American Made. So American Made stars Tom Cruise as Barry Seal. It's a true story of how back in the late 70s to mid 80s, the Cold War was going on, and Barry Seal is a former TWA pilot who joined the CIA to spy on the Contras, but also ended up pulling off jobs for them and made a lot of money out of it. So this movie is the story of that. And I gotta say, this movie, it was actually a pretty good time. I did not care to see this movie. Honestly, I looked at the poster and like I said, I was like, oh, it's another Tom Cruise movie. And yeah, the movie is on cruise control, but it's not like the cruise control action show like The Mummy or something. In fact, this is a Tom Cruise that I haven't seen in a while, because this Tom Cruise is very charismatic. I haven't seen the funny Tom Cruise since like Jack Reacher 1, or maybe Rogue Nation, because the movie is made in a way that's almost Guy Ritchie-like, where Tom Cruise is like narrating the story and you see things happen as he's narrating them, and it's edited really fast. A lot of jump cuts. It's like, oh, first this happened, then this is happening. Oh, now Ronald Reagan is president, and it'll show clips from the 80s of Ronald Reagan making public addresses. I'm like, alright, keeping me engaged, keeping me in it. I was quite pleasantly surprised. And seeing the rise of Barry Seal's business is really exciting to watch. Again, you are in it because of the hilarious way it's executed. He's getting wealthier and wealthier. He's making friends. Domhnall Gleeson plays Monty Schaefer, the one who gets him into this business, and Sarah Olsen Wright plays his hot wife. And you'd think it would be one of those things where the wife is like, oh, you're excluding me because you're too into the business. It's not like that. He actually tells her all about it, and she's fine with it. So I'm glad the movie didn't take that cliche. And that's another thing about this movie. It was unpredictable. Again, you would think, oh, with the rise of his business, there would be some decline as well, like the second half of the movie, and it wouldn't be as enjoyable as the first half. You know, the rise and the fall of the business. That's how a lot of movies like this are. But again, the movie didn't really go in that direction. I don't want to spoil the direction it did go in, but again, I was pleasantly surprised by it. I was like, oh, a new way of storytelling. If there is one problem in this movie, I will say this is like the first movie where I really noticed the pacing was a little off. Like some of the really cool, exciting scenes when you're really in it, it's because they're really fast paced. Like Tom Cruise is like, oh, this happened, like I said, this happened, and this happened, and this happened. And I'm like, all right, this is awesome. And then it'll get to the next scene, and the scene just like stays there in that scene because they want to tell that whole story. And I was like, oh, like I get to catch my breath. Oh, okay, but it's getting kind of slow. I mean, I guess I didn't expect the entire movie to be one big montage or something, but it threw me way off guard because, like, it was such a fast and exciting scene I was just in, and the stop was very abrupt. And that happened a couple of times in this movie. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. The score was done by Christoph Beck, surprisingly enough, and I really don't remember most of it. There's a lot of, like, late 70s and mid 80s classic rock, as you would expect. So, you know, music-wise, the movie was pretty much what you would expect it to be. Good, but nothing special. So in the end, I ended up having a lot of fun with American Made, but I'm gonna give you some perspective here. Like I said, I didn't care to see this movie. If I didn't have a YouTube channel on which I reviewed movies, I probably would not have gone to see this movie. And my life would be no different. And now that I have seen this movie, as good as it was, my life is still no different. I had a good time and I don't regret going to see it, but I'll say this, like, if you don't care to see this movie, then yeah, don't go see it, you'll be fine. But I'm gonna assume that since you're watching this video, you are at least interested in seeing the movie when it comes out, and you wanna know if you should go see the movie. So for those of you who are interested, I'll say yeah, American Made had great characters, a great story, really cool, fun, exciting pacing in some scenes with abrupt stops. But all in all, it is a good time, so for those of you who are interested, I will say, go see this movie while it's in theaters. I don't know if this movie needs to be in IMAX though. I mean, I didn't see it in IMAX, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. But throughout the movie, I didn't really see a reason for it to be in IMAX. Money, I guess. So American Made, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And what is your favorite Tom Cruise movie of all time? That's a good question. Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.